Good morning, everyone. My name is Antoine Bayargent, and I'm the program coordinator here at the Ottawa branch. First of all, I just want to apologize. I'm a bit sick this morning, so my voice might sound a bit off, but I'll be powering through. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the Ottawa branch is located on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We extend our respects to all First Nation, Inuit, and Métis people for their valuable past, present, and future contributions to this land and country. On behalf of the branch, I'm pleased to welcome you to today's session titled From Face to Feet, The Art of Aging Well, which is presented by the Natural Skin and Soul Wellness Clinic. Excuse me. I want to give a warm welcome to our presenter, Sarab Dormani, who is a registered nurse. Today, Sarab will guide us through a holistic approach to healthy aging that goes beyond quick fixes. You'll discover how proper foot care supports mobility and independence, how to maintain radiant, healthy skin, and why prevention is key to long-term wellness. Thank you for being with us this morning, Sarab. Before we begin, I want to give a special welcome here to anyone who is not yet a member of the association. We hope that these webinars will inspire you to join us. And to our members, we hope these webinars encourage you to maintain your membership with us. I also want to mention that closed captions are available. So to access this feature, please click on the closed captions button at the bottom of your screen. Finally, if you have any questions for Sarab, please type them in the Q&A box. She'll be able to answer them at the end of the presentation. So that's it for me. So without further ado, I'll pass it over to Sarab. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All right, I'm just going to share my screen. I'll just take a few minutes just to set up. Okay, perfect. Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I would also like to thank the association for giving me another opportunity to share my passion for health and wellness with you. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarab Dormani, and I'm a registered nurse and co-founder at Natural Skin and Soul Wellness here in Ottawa, located on Carling Avenue. And today we're going to be talking about the art of aging well from face to feet. My goal today is really to share my passion for healthy aging and to help you better understand how you can support your body through skincare, foot care, and overall health and wellness in a way that's practical, realistic, and doesn't feel too overwhelming. Because honestly, what I've learned in my career is that healthy aging is not about how we look, but really about how we feel. So quick disclaimer, my presentation is really designed for educational purposes only, providing an overview of select topics more related to skin and foot health. It's not a substitute for professional medical specific advice. I'm not giving any diagnosis or any line of treatments. And the information that I'm sharing with you reflects my knowledge, experience, education, research, and skills. And if you have any specifics, I always recommend following up with your primary healthcare provider. So very quickly, what we're going to be covering today is we're going to start by understanding how aging works in today's modern world. And then we're going to dive a bit deeper in skin health and foot health. And at the end, I'll summarize key takeaways and how we at our clinic can support you if you're looking for guidance with our exclusive offer for NAFR members. So just a little about me. So I've been a registered nurse for about 14 years, and I started my career in the emergency room. And over time, transitioned in foot care and skincare, which led me to eventually co-found our clinic in 2020. And so, yes, it was at the start of the pandemic, and I really don't recommend starting a business in a global pandemic. It was definitely a challenge. It was not part of my business plan, but as we were opening our doors, COVID happened. We thought it was a 2-week thing, ended up being like 3 years. But fast forwarding through all of this, if we're here today, it's really thanks to the incredible support of our amazing team and the community here in Ottawa that has been supporting us. So I'm very, very grateful, and I'm very grateful to share my knowledge with you guys this morning. So for those of you who don't know us, Natural Skin and Soul Wellness is a multidisciplinary clinic, and we really offer a wide range of services from skincare, treatments, facials, laser treatments, medical foot care, medical pedicures, a lot of different alternative therapies such as reflexology, massage, acupuncture, and so much more. But what really defines our approach is we love focusing on preventative care and overall wellness. And of course, this is all done with our amazing team. We have nurses, medical estheticians, and therapists working together to provide personalized care. All right, so let's begin today's presentation. Now, there is a lot of information, but I really try to focus on certain specifics, but I could be talking about this like for half the day at least. But we want to start by understanding modern aging today, because before we talk about routines and treatments, we need to understand a bit more what's going on with our bodies. So aging today is very different than it used to be. And it's mostly because we're living a lot longer than previous generations, which means we are living longer to see more changes happening with our bodies, our lives, and everything surrounding us. So we're not just thinking about the aging process itself, but also how we are aging over time and our quality of life related to that. And I think with today's world, there's obviously so much more awareness about staying active, living well, living independently, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So we're noticing that people are paying so much more attention to their health and their wellness, things like, staying physically active, having a good nutrition, not smoking, not doing recreational drugs, limiting alcohol use, trying to stay more socially active, traveling, and thinking about prevention and self-care. And on top of that, medicine has also evolved significantly. We have so much more access to diagnostic testings early on, more advanced treatments, more preventative treatments like vaccination. So all of these scientific advancements are allowing us to better manage our health conditions, are allowing us to maybe catch things early on before a health condition progresses and gets worse. And this allows us to have access to treatment and to be able to live better and longer. With our smartphones, it's amazing how we have access to so much more resources, information, that's just only a finger click away. I go on Google, we can go on AI, we can research something, and it's almost like we're getting a PhD crash course on a specific topic. So with our smartphones, we're definitely having a lot more access to resources. The other thing too is many of us also have access to health benefits, which allows us to have access to extended healthcare services at a more affordable cost and being able to focus more on rehabilitative treatments, preventative care, and so on. So overall, we're a lot better equipped than generations before to age well. But at the same time, all of this also comes with many new challenges. So let's talk about the other side of the paradox, which is the anti-aging movement, because there's definitely a lot of noise out there when it comes to aging. So all of a sudden, with all of this amazing preventative care that we have to do for ourselves, we're also being bombarded with information that's telling us we need to fix everything, when in reality, nothing is actually broken. So just for me, I feel it very overwhelming that I'm getting constantly exposed to information that's telling me that I have to drink X number of glasses of water a day. I have to eat my body weight in protein. I have to move 30 minutes a day, but not too much cardio, because apparently doing too much cardio is not good anymore. But I have to lift weights about 3 or 4 times a week. I have to take XYZ in supplements. I have to check my hormones, get my 8 hours of sleep, all of that on top of my 2 kids, my husband, my business, my practice. And it just becomes overwhelming because I'm like, Kate, there's not enough hours in a day. And apparently I was supposed to start all of this 25 years ago. So it's a lot of information. It's very, very overwhelming. And obviously with the internet, we're exposed to all of this information. And then we go on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram or whatnot, and everyone seems to be living their lives so perfectly and they have everything under control. And you're like, hey, how much of this is actually true? What worries me, especially being the mom of a preteen daughter, is I go on social media and I see all of these young adults that are half my age that are already so worried about aging, like they're expressing their concern, how much they are concerned about aging and how they're going into anti-aging. Um, they're looking for anti-aging treatments and so on in terms to prevent the aging process. They're looking for different hormone injections or different cosmetic injections, and it's really, really concerning. So somewhere along the way, we managed to turn aging into a phenomenon that we have to fight. Like if it's a problem that we have to fix and that we have to delay it as much as we can. When in reality, aging is the body's natural process. And we have to learn about aging and we have to learn how we can support it better. Because this fear of aging is something that is only going to scare us. It's going to confuse us. And unfortunately, a lot of marketing companies out there thrive on that fear. That's how they make money. That's how they upsell you treatments and products and so on. Um, and it's something that I see in my practice almost daily is patients are coming in for the first time. We're sitting, we're chatting, and I notice that a lot of people are approaching aging the wrong way. And a lot of people will admit that they've tried a lot of different products and treatments elsewhere that weren't personalized to them, and they're not getting the results. And they will admit they're like, "Oh, I think I fell for a marketing gimmick or so on," and it's sad because people are coming in with information that's not always accurate. And I don't know about you guys, but with AI generated videos, nowadays it becomes so much more challenging to debunk fact from fiction. Like sometimes I'll look at these videos and I really have to like look at it again and be like, I don't think this is true, but it's insane how true it looks. So I feel like sometimes in consultations, I spend more time clearing up misinformation than anything else because unfortunately, a lot of people come in and they think that they can get quick fixes and they think that we can fix certain concerns overnight. And these unrealistic informations and expectations make our jobs as professional healthcare providers a bit hard because that's not how the body works. That's not how science works. So this also leads to a lot of people being discouraged, confused, overwhelmed, and frustrated. You feel like, okay, I've tried everything. I'm going to give up on myself. I feel like I'm wasting time. I'm wasting money, which in reality, we just have to shift maybe a bit more the way we think. Because aging is not the enemy. It's honestly how we are approaching it. We can't stop aging, okay? We just can't. This is how the human body is. However, we can influence how we age well. Okay. So it's not about fighting it, it's about working with it. So that's how we call adaptation. And that means we have to learn ways of supporting the body naturally rather than constantly thinking that we have to fix something. So today I want to focus on two main areas when we talk about aging. Like I said, when it comes to healthy aging, I could talk about it all day, but I chose for this presentation to focus on skin health and foot health because it's closely linked to my clinical practice. So we're going to start with skin health because it's often the first place that people focus on when they think about aging. And it's important to remember that the body works as an entity as a whole. And what we see on the surface is often connected what is happening internally. So first off, it's when it comes to skin health and skincare, it's important to understand that the skin is actually the body's the largest organ in the body, and it has multiple functions. So it acts as our body's protective barrier from the outside environment. It regulates our body temperature, either when you get sweaty or you shiver, that's your skin regulating your body's core temperature. It also helps us to provide sensations. So whether it's pain, pressure, cold, so on. It also helps absorb products and medication. So whatever you apply on your skin can get absorbed and go into your bloodstream. And it also plays a very big role in detoxification. So, unlike what many people think, often people come in and when we talk about skincare, they think that it's more of a beauty or cosmetic concern, but that's not really the case because healthy skin is really how you It's really more about how you feel and not just about how you look. So, as we're aging, there are several changes that happen with our skin. With the aging process itself, there's hormonal changes as well, and there's also our lifestyle habits. So, how did we live throughout our life? With all of these changes, one of the things that we notice is we start losing gradually a certain percentage of collagen and elastin in our skin. So collagen is a protein that helps keep the skin firm, and elastin is what gives the skin its elasticity. So over time, with these gradual decrease, the skin becomes more thin, more fragile, more sensitive. And that also leads to our skin barrier weakening, meaning that it can't protect itself as well, and it also can't hold moisture as well as it used to. The other thing that we also notice is that healing becomes a lot slower because our cellular turnover is not as fast as it used to be. So typically, our skin cells take about 28 days to regenerate, but as we're aging, they take longer to regenerate. So with that, our skin takes longer to repair, which means that cuts and bruises can stay a lot longer than we would like them to. The other really, really important thing that I feel like is often overlooked is years of sun damage. So sun damage accumulates over time. There's a lot more awareness about sun protection today, which is amazing. But there was also a time where I thought that baking at a resort beach down south, where lathered in coconut oil was the cool thing to do. Nowadays, not so much. So we know today that UV rays lead to premature aging. Okay, they can break our collagen and elastin a lot faster. UV rays can lead to DNA mutation and DNA damage, and it can increase our risk of skin cancer. So we're not a dermatology clinic, but every so often we do see patients coming in with suspicious lesions, not just on their face, but also on their body, on their arms, on their legs. I've seen it all. And we refer them back urgently to their family doctor to get this checked. The other thing that can also influence our skin health is our overall health. So when we have certain conditions like diabetes, autoimmune disorders, thyroid conditions, liver conditions, heart conditions, you name it, it can impact our skin. And the medication that we take for these conditions can also come with side effects that can impact our skin health. So if you think about like water pills, like diuretics, they can make your skin a lot more dry and dehydrated. Or there's other medication that can make your skin more photosensitive, which means that you're more sensitive to sun exposure. So it means you really have to work extra hard to protect your skin. Because if we don't know these side effects to our medication, we can have more sensitive, itchy skin without knowing really what's the cause. So when we're talking about aging, it's so much more than just having, fine lines and wrinkles when it comes to our skin's health. It's really about understanding the changes that happen over time and recognizing that our skin just needs more support to stay strong, protected, and resilient. So how can we support our skin at home without feeling overwhelmed, especially that there's so much information out there on the internet? So first things first, I think, and that's really with any of my patients that come into the clinic, I think it's really important to understand your skin because it's unique to you. And it's important to understand your skin type. Is it dry? Is it sensitive? Is it more textured? Is it oily? Is it a combination of different things? Because once you understand your skin, you can understand what kind of skincare routine or products you need to apply on your skin because those products are essentially your skin's nourishment. And the last thing you want is to use the wrong products and end up with irritation and reaction. And that's something we often see. People are like, oh, well, I bought this because this person on the internet was using it and it was working for them. I'm like, okay, it was working for them, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. You guys are not the same person. You don't have the same skin. Um, so I know it's not always easy to figure out maybe your skin type. And that's why having a proper, discovery session or a consultation can make a big difference. And it's something that we're always happy to offer in clinic. After that, then comes your daily skincare routine, which honestly doesn't have to be complicated. I think simple is always best. I've been working for skincare for many years, and I can tell you I do not have a 10 to 12 step skincare routine. So my skincare routine's pretty simple. I always start my day, finish my day with a daily cleanse. So I use a gentle cleanser. I remove any dirt, oil, build up from my skin, just which is really, really the basics. I want to clean my skin. And then after that, you can use a targeted serum or an active or an exfoliant, depending on your concern. And that's where professional guidance is really, really important because it depends if you're targeting pigmentation, sensitivity, acne, so on. So sometimes these targeted serums come with active ingredients that are not meant to be used daily. So having that professional guidance is important. After that, go into moisturizing. So moisturizing is essential to support your skin's barrier. And there's many products out there, but I think it's important to find the right moisturizer for your skin that's going to help hydrate, protect, and strengthen your skin barrier. And at the end, the non-negotiable is wearing your sun protection. You need to protect your skin from the UV rays, especially on days like today where it's sunny and there's no cloud outside. Finally, we're getting some good weather, but really, really optimize your sun protection because skin cancer is a real concern. And I'm not here to scare you about it. It is something that we do see. It's something that we do need to take seriously. And honestly, one of the most effective way of preventing skin cancer is using our sunblock. But skincare isn't just about what we put on our skin, it's also our lifestyle. So, our lifestyle plays a very big role. Hydration is important because your skin needs water. Nutrition is also super important because the right nutrients will help with your skin's health. But things like high sugar processed food can actually increase inflammation in the body. Movement, daily exercise supports blood flow and good circulation because it helps increase your blood flow, which increases oxygen and nutrients to your organs, such as your skin. Sleep is key because your body goes in repair mode when you're sleeping. So your immune system goes into repair mode, and so does your skin. Stress management. I know we talk about it a lot. Manage your stress sounds easy, but it's not. But studies have shown that having elevated cortisol, which is your stress hormone, can break down your skin's collagen a lot faster and lead to inflammation and premature aging symptoms. Sun exposure, again, we've talked about it, can lead to premature aging, along with environmental factors like pollution, smoke from wildfires, and so on. And obviously, habits like smoking, alcohol, overusing the wrong products can have negative impacts on your skin. And as we mentioned earlier, your health matters as well because you need to know your health conditions. You need to know the medication that you're taking. They can have side effects, and it's important to understand it so you can adapt your skincare routine to your needs. So when we're talking about healthy skin, we're really talking about supporting your body as a whole, not just on products that you're applying to your face. So what about professional treatments? What can we do to support patients when they come in clinic? So obviously, when you come and see us in clinic, you do have to know that what we offer in clinic is that we're going a lot more deeper and a lot more targeted. When you come into a professional setting, you're receiving care that goes beyond what you are achieving with products at home. You're getting, an assessment, a consultation, expertise, and treatments that work at a deeper level. So we're using professional grade skincare products. We're also using Health Canada approved state-of-the-art technologies that just cannot be used at home because it takes a lot of training, education, and specific protocols to be able to use these treatments on our patients. So we always start with a consultation, and it's really, really important because it's during the consultation process you come at my clinic, I have a very lengthy intake form. It gets on everyone's nerves, but there's a reason why on my intake form, I have all of these questions because I really need to understand your health history. I need to know what medication you're on. And even though you don't think that this medication is important to mention, I know that it is, and not just medication, but also what you're taking over the counter, your supplements, and all of that, because some of these things can um, there's something that we don't think about is, for example, like omegas can thin your blood. Advil can also thin your blood. So if I see a patient that comes in for laser vein treatments, I have to know this and I have to tell them, hey, you need to stop your omegas at least 7 days before your laser treatments, or stop your Advil a week before your laser treatment, because if not, you're going to end up with bruising and you're going to think that I did my treatment wrong, but in reality, it was the side effect of your over the counter supplement or whatnot that is causing this. So that's why I like to look at everything, your allergies, your skin, your lifestyle, but also your concerns and your goals. And we have a chat and make sure that we can build a realistic treatment plan for you. So just very quickly, some of the treatments we offer for skin conditions. We obviously have different facials for different skin conditions. We have different lasers for sun damage and pigmentation, and often we use a combination of lasers to really enhance results, which is fun. I love lasers. We also use IPL for redness and broken capillaries on the face. And we use a lot of soothing treatments for sensitive and reactive skin. We also use LED light therapy for skin healing, recovery, skin regeneration, reducing inflammation post-surgery. I've used it on diabetic ulcers as well. So it's a very, very great device. For concerns like skin firmness and wrinkles, we use treatments like radiofrequency to support collagen remodeling because it's not a face cream that's going to help with fine lines and wrinkles. It's really having energy-based devices that can go into the dermis, the deeper layer of the skin, and get that collagen kickstart it again. But I think the important thing, no matter what treatment you're coming in, it's important to understand that it's not just a one-time treatment, one and done. Overnight miracles do not exist with the human body. If you're looking for a quick fix, that's just not how the body works. It's like you can't go to the gym and expect muscle growth, bone strength, weight loss all after one gym session. It takes a treatment plan at the gym as well to be able to achieve your goals and also to maintain them. So what we notice is that long-term results come from the right plan done consistently over time. So and often people don't need more products or treatments, they just need the right ones. So very quickly, I just want to share a couple of visuals with you. These are before and after pictures that I'm sharing with the consent of our patients. So first off here, we have a patient that participated in our pigmentation control protocol. This was a patient that had years and years of sun damage accumulated. So this is before and after pictures of him. He's very, very proud of it. And we have our PowerPoint presentation on our TV. And every time he sees his picture, he's in the waiting room and he's like, this is my picture. So he's quite proud of his results. So that makes me happy. This is another patient that we treated with radiofrequency to help smooth the skin, and some advanced skincare products to help hydrate the skin and give the skin back its nice plumpiness. This is a patient that participated in our rosacea relief program. So we had a combination of soothing products, IPL, and vascular treatments targeted to help reduce that rouginess on their face and that flushing and those broken capillaries around the nose and the cheeks. And this is one of my favorite pictures as well. This is someone we were able to help with skin texture and pigmentation. So we used a combination of different energy-based devices from lasers and radiofrequency and advanced skincare products to be able to achieve these results that were done over the course of a few months. Now, I just want to add something. At our clinic, we don't do injectables. I don't have anything against it. It's just not something that we offer. So everything that we achieved is really with advanced laser and skincare. Okay, so we really try to focus more on those long-lasting natural results for our patients. Okay, so we're going to shift it from face, skin, and go to the bottom, which is our feet. Very important, but often overlooked. All right, so when we're talking about the aging foot, it's something that not a lot of people think about until our feet hurt. But your foot health also plays a major role in your mobility and your overall wellness, and as well as your independence. Because as we age, we start noticing changes with the feet, just like we do with the skin. So the skin on our feet also becomes more dry, more thin. We lose fat pads and we have muscle atrophy. So we're losing a bit of that muscle mass throughout our body. So we also lose it under our feet. We're noticing probably more pressure points, more calluses, more corns at the bottom of our feet. And probably we're also noticing that our heels are more dry and more crooked. So our feet do carry the weight of our body from day to night or night to day, depending how you're living your life. So it's normal that they're starting to feel tired after a few years. We're also noticing changes with the nails because the circulation in our body diminishes, and our feet are the furthest body part from our heart. So they're already prone not to super good circulation. So what we're noticing is maybe our nails are not growing as fast and as long, but more thick because their growth is slowing down. The nails are becoming thicker. It's like a bit more stacked on top of each other. It can be harder to trim our nails, or they're becoming more brittle, they're chipping a lot more easily. We also notice structural changes with our feet because our ligaments start loosening up. Our arches may drop and our feet can become wider, slightly longer, and we're noticing that our joints and our bones are shifting. Footwear also plays a really, really important role because over the years, whether we wore supportive shoes or spent years in tighter shoes, can really, really influence our foot health long term. And just like your skin, your overall health, your medical conditions, and the medication you're taking can have a direct impact on your feet. So if you have, diabetes, neuropathy, heart conditions that can lead to poor circulations, arthritis, it can all impact our foot health. And the medication that we take can also have side effects. So again, your foot health is not a cosmetic concern because it directly impacts your body's ability to function, to move around, and also your overall quality of life. So what can we do at home? Because when we understand how our feet change with aging, we're better able to support them at home. So daily care, just like your skin, is super, super essential. You want to keep your feet clean. So when you're in the shower, if you're able to wash your feet directly rather than just letting all that the soap kind of fall down into the shower. And then after that, once you're done, shower, bath, it's really, really important to dry well your skin, especially in between the toes, because that excess moisture in between the toes can lead to the skin breaking open and can lead to infections, like fungal infections. You also want to moisturize regularly, especially the bottom of your feet. Often I have patients coming in and they admit just moisturizing the top of their feet, but it's harder to moisturize the bottom of the feet. And if reaching it is a problem, I recommend, getting one of those loofahs on a stick from the dollar store and putting your moisturizer on it and try to reach it like you're at the bottom of your feet with that, just to give you sort of that extra grip there. And it's important to moisturize the bottom of the feet because the bottom of your feet doesn't produce any natural oils like the rest of your body and has an extra layer of epidermal skin. And it also supports the entire weight of your body, so it needs that extra TLC. Change your socks daily and check your feet daily, like as often as you can, because if you notice anything suspicious, you need to consult with a healthcare provider as soon as possible. Okay. If you have pain, if you notice something that's hurting that shouldn't be there, it is not a sign of aging. Pain is not a normal sign of aging. It's a sign that something is wrong with your body and you need professional help to be able to resolve it. The other thing too is if ever you're able to trim and file your toenails at home, it's important to use tools that are safe and appropriate, like nail nippers, where you can trim your nails straight across, gently file them, and make sure that you're not leaving any sharp edges or corners. And you never want to cut your nails too short. You always want to leave about 1 to 2 millimeters of the white part of your nail because you don't want to cut into the skin and cause an injury. When it comes to calluses, if you can manage it at home, that's great. I recommend using a very gentle foot file. Leave the cheese grater at the store. You don't want to use devices or tools that are sharp and that can lead to cuts and injuries. But if you have any conditions that you're not able to manage at home, like a corn, an ingrown toenail, or a nail fungus, please avoid watching any YouTube videos on how to treat it yourself in your bathroom sink. It never works in your favor. Then you're going to come in clinic. It's going to make my job a lot harder. I'm very happy to see you. I'm very happy to help you, but I kind of wish you didn't try to attempt doing things at home because often people are left with injuries and it can take longer to heal. It can lead to infections, unfortunately. So it makes things a bit more complicated. But it's important to address these concerns professionally because they often need more advanced in-clinic treatments. As we mentioned before, and if you've watched any of my presentations before, specifically on foot health, you'll know that footwear is very important. Wearing supportive shoes that are properly fitted, not just in terms of length, but also in terms of the width of the shoe and the depth of the shoe. Okay, so the width is where your toes are. So that's what we call the toe box. You need to have enough wiggle room for your toes. And the depth of the shoe is if you start feeling the top of your shoe rubbing on your toes, that means your shoe is not deep enough. And it can create pressure points over time. And having pressure points on top of the toes is very difficult to treat. There's not that many treatment options for it because there's just, we're just dealing with skin and bones directly. So you don't want to wear a shoe that's going to lead to calluses, blisters, ulcers, or any kind of sores. And so if your feet hurt, it's not normal. It's a sign that something needs to be adjusted. Most of us tend to adapt our feet to the shoes, but in reality, we have to adapt the shoes to our feet. Oh, sorry, I went too fast on that one. So just quickly again, just like your skin, your lifestyle also has a direct impact on your foot health. You need, like, staying active is very important because it helps promote healthier blood flow into your legs, into your feet. It's also important to know your health conditions, be aware of your medication and their side effects. If you're not sure about your medication side effects, feel free to talk to your pharmacist. They are the best people to know about your medication and their side effects, so they'd be able to probably give you some insight and some information, because your health and medication can also affect your skin and your nail health. And if there's a piece of advice I would give you is avoid walking barefoot. And that doesn't just mean outdoors, it also means indoors because we want to reduce the risk of injury. We do get patients coming in once in a while with a ulcer, a sore at the bottom of their feet because they admitted that they stepped on glass that they broke at, into their kitchen and they stepped on it. They might have not felt it for a few days and it led to more serious problems. And if you have conditions like diabetes, it can lead to serious complications rather quickly. So not a fun situation. Please protect your feet. So how can we support your feet in clinic? So a lot of people, when they come in for foot care services, they're like, oh my God, I didn't know this existed. And there are more and more clinics offering professional foot care services, also known as the famous medical pedicure, which is different than what you get at a basic nail salon. So at our clinic, our foot care services are always offered by registered nurses, and we focus on your foot health, meaning prevention, early intervention, and maintenance. So when you come in for your first appointment, it includes a consultation and your assessment, and it also includes your first medical foot care where we treat your nails, your skin, we look at corns, calluses, really address any concerns that you may be having. And we care for everyone, like people of all ages. We're seeing parents coming in with their kids, grandparents coming in. So so sometimes I'll see like a whole family in a week, which is great. And you don't need to be diabetic. Like you'll see anyone that wants to come in for just health and wellness, and we're more than happy to see people that come in with health conditions as well. So after that, we'll create a personalized treatment, see how often you need to come in for regular maintenance, especially if you're having a hard time trimming your toenails at home and you don't feel safe doing so. We're more than happy to do it for you in clinic with follow-up appointments. We'll recommend home care products that you can use. So sometimes people are using products that are maybe not personalized or adapted for the skin on their feet, and they need something a bit more professional grade. So we're more than happy to make recommendations at the clinic for you. And then if you have any questions about footwear and support, we do have that additional service as well at the clinic where we can refer you. So the goal is really to address any foot-related concerns early on before they become a serious problem. And as I always say, we get our eyes and our teeth checked. Why not our feet? And just quickly again, I want to share a couple of before and after pictures of our patients at the clinic. Um, this is a patient that had a fungal nail infections, and we managed to offer advanced fungal nail infections treatments to be able to treat it in clinic. And now their nail is growing a lot more healthier, a lot less ingrown. This is a patient that had a very severe involuted ingrown toenail. Now, we don't do surgery at the clinic. Everything we did was with a corrective nail trimming technique and a corrective nail brace to be able to help their nail grow more straight out and less curved and causing them a lot less pain down the line. These are calluses that we file down to make sure that the toe was nice and smooth. And this is a severe hammer toe that was overlapping, causing a lot of ulcerations under the corn that we managed to file. Now, the patient wasn't able to get like any surgeries done on their toe, so a lot of the treatments we did was more maintenance and conservative. And these are significantly dry, cracked heels that we managed to very gently file down to remove all the excess callus skin buildup. And then pair it with a good skincare routine at home, having the proper products, but also the proper footwear and support to be able to offload the excess pressure on the heel. So this was a lot of information. If you're still here right now, thank you. But let's bring everything together. If there are four things I want you to remember from today's presentation is first off, focus on your body's function, not just about the body's look, because at the end of the day, it's really about how you feel and how you feel good into your skin and into your body. It's also really important to care for your body as a whole and not just look at one area, one system, because everything in the body is connected. And always keep things simple and consistent rather than trying to chase trends or one-time quick fix solutions because they often don't provide long-term results. And if you're not sure, if you're feeling overwhelmed, there's a lot out there. Don't hesitate to seek professional guidance because having the right support really, really, truly makes a difference. So healthy aging isn't just about looking younger. It's really about functioning better, staying educated, living longer and independently, and making the right choices for you. All right. So with all that, that's exactly why we created our Skin Wellness Club membership. And I wanted to just take a few minutes to discuss with you about our promotional exclusive offer for NAFR members. So over time, we really took the opportunity to understand patients when they were coming into the clinic for the first time and what they were struggling with. And we definitely did notice the same pattern. People were coming in the clinic feeling overwhelmed, being inconsistent, and spending money left and right on treatments and products that didn't work without really a clear plan. So we built something different, something a lot more structured. And we've also, if you've had our membership in the past, this is a lot more revamped because we worked hard to take the guesswork out and provide you with a more clear guided path to your skin and overall health. Um, so our membership, when you sign up to our Skin Wellness Club membership, you get a free hydrofacial. It also includes a free LED heal light therapy session to help boost your skin's health. So that offer alone is valued at 275. And for NAFR members, we are offering our access to our Skin Wellness Club membership for only $295. And at regular price, our Skin Wellness Club membership is regularly $395. So not only do you get $100 off the annual membership, but you also get your free hydrofacial and LED light therapy that is valued at $275. And on top of that, we've increased our preferred members rate services, which is all at the bottom. I'm not going to read everything, but you do get different promotions and offers exclusive for the different some of the different services that we offer in clinic. And the exciting thing that we've asked, because you've asked for it, um, is that you can now transfer your membership once a month to a family member or a friend, which is great. So you can kind of share this excitement with the people around you. And I just want to add, because I do get this question a lot, that the promotional offers that we added into our membership were just legally with our colleges not allowed to include our more medical services into these promotional offers, but more our other services that are non-medical services, if that makes any sense. But for some of the medical services with extended healthcare benefits, you do have access to submitting that to your private insurance plan and being reimbursed for that. So, with that being said, I just want to thank everyone very, very much for taking your time on this sunny morning. And I hope that I gave you a clearer and more simple way to embrace natural and healthy aging. I know this was a lot of information, but it's really information that I share with a passion. I love chatting with people. I love educating them about their health, their wellness, from skin health to foot health. I've also left my clinic's information on here with our email. So if I can't get to your question this morning, or if you have a question that you're hesitating about asking online, please feel free to send me an email. I always get back to my emails. I'll also be offering complimentary meet and greets at the clinic tomorrow and next Friday. And I think some of the girls are even available this afternoon to offer complimentary meet and greets. So you can feel more than free to either send us an email or call the clinic if you'd like to meet with us in person, chat with us. We absolutely love it when people come into the clinic and say, hey, I saw your presentation. It was great. So I like to meet you guys in person. So with that being said, I can take a few minutes. I know I took a lot of time, but I'll take a few minutes to read some of the questions.
Thank you, Sarah. I'll be reading the questions out.
Oh, you will. Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much. Okay,
yeah. I just
perfect.
want to make things a bit easier.
Mhm.
Okay, so our first question here is, how can thyroid function issues impact skin health?
So your thyroid, your thyroid regulates your metabolism, so which is also your circulation, your skin's cellular turnover that we talked about, which these are all things that can affect your skin health and as well as your hormone balancement. So if it depends if your thyroid hormones are too low or too high, but if they're too low, it can make the body slow down more. So your skin can be probably more dry, more flaky. It can also impact circulation in the body. So that's also your lymphatic circulation. It can make you maybe look a bit more puffier. It can make your hair thinner, your nails more brittle, and so on.
Okay. Our next question is, what does IPL stand for?
IPL is a intense pulse light. So it's just a different type of diode laser. And we typically at the clinic can either use it for some superficial pigmentation or rosacea as well. As long as there's no flare up, it helps reduce a bit of those superficial blood vessels at the top of the skin and may reduce that sensation of fleshiness.
Okay. Our next question here is, do orthotic inserts have negative impacts? So obviously there are some positive impacts, but can they have negative impacts as well?
Negative, no, sorry, my mouth is dry. I've been talking a lot. Negative impacts that I've seen is mostly people that are coming in with orthotics that, they've gotten years and years ago and that are probably not fitted to their feet anymore because, like we mentioned, the feet can change as we're aging. So I often have patients coming in saying, oh, yeah, I got my orthotics done 10 years ago. And I'm like, well, you don't have the same feet as you did 10 years ago.
Hmm.
That would be one negative impact.
We had a question asking about the sharing of the presentation. So, yes, the recording will be shared with you in a follow-up email later today. Is your clinic able to accommodate someone who requires a scent-free environment?
So like the linen that we wash and things like that, we use a scent-free detergent, if that makes any sense. If people call ahead of time and let us know, we can make certain accommodation. It also depends for which service you're coming from, because like some of our like if you're coming for foot care and you let the nurse know ahead of time, well, because we always finish with like a moisturizing um, cream, and some of the creams have like a natural mint smell to it, but we also have creams that are unscented. And same thing
Hmm.
for the facial. Like when we do the soothing facial, that line of products is unscented. So if we know ahead of time, we can make accommodations.
Okay, great. Um, two questions. I think you touched on this, but are some of your treatments or services covered by insurance?
Yeah, so the more medical treatments, like let's say the medical foot care, the acupuncture, and the massage therapy, these are all offered by registered therapists. So most insurance companies do offer coverage, and we always give you receipt with all of our credentials that you can submit to your private insurance.
Okay, great. That's great to know. Is a doctor's referral required for medical foot care?
I don't believe with the current Canada Life plan, from what I've heard, is that I think they try to reduce the referral need for medical foot care. But if you come in for compression socks, because we do offer compression socks, that you need a referral from your doctor.
Okay. Do you offer reflexology and also do you offer treatment for spider veins?
Yes, so our registered acupuncturist Evelyn is also a certified reflexologist, so she does offer reflexology treatments as well. And for spider veins, those treatments are done with me, and I use a laser for that. So I'm more than happy to offer a discovery session to see if that treatment is right for you before we proceed with the laser treatment.
Wonderful.
Mm.
We have here a comment saying, excellent presentation. They became a member last year and have been pleased with all of the services that they've tried, so they definitely recommend the clinic. So
Well,
that's
thank you
an
so much. Yeah, I love that. I love hearing this. This is great.
yeah, that's a lovely comment. So thank
Yeah,
you
that
for
is
that.
very sweet.
Um, Here we have another question. What is the cost of the medical pedicure?
Yeah, so the other thing too is all of our prices online. We're very transparent, no secrets. But the first medical foot care appointment with the nurse for the hour session, which includes your consultation assessment and your first treatment, is $120. And there's no taxes because medical services are HST exempt. And again, we give you your receipt for your health benefits that you can submit to.
Okay, wonderful. Looks like there's only one more question here, unless more come in. What does RF stand for?
Radio frequency.
Radio frequency. Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm so used to my own slang that I expect everyone to know what I'm
No
talking
worries. That's why we ask to clarify sometimes.
about. Great questions.
Okay, that's all the questions. So we really went through all of them. So that's great. I think that covered everything that people had were still wondering about. Um,
Yes,
yeah,
I think someone asked another question.
yeah, yeah, they're just asking about the a previous medical pedicure question, but I think we answered that one. So,
Yes. Again, if you
um,
have any other questions, feel free to send us an email or call the clinic. We're all super friendly. We love what we do, and we'd love to meet you in person.
yeah, and the email is on your screen as well as the phone number,
Yeah.
and it'll be included in the follow-up email as well.
Okay.
So I think we're good to wrap things up here. So thank you everyone for participating in today's presentation. We hope you learned something and that you got some great information out of the presentation. I know Sarab put a lot of work into it, so we really want to thank Sarab for coming on and presenting today. She'll also be doing a presentation later this afternoon in French to our French-speaking members. So if you know anyone that would like to register and participate in that one, you can find the registration link on our website at naferottawa.com, as well as the registration links for all our upcoming webinars. So thank you, Sarah, for being with us this morning. And a final reminder to look out for the follow-up email that'll contain the recording for today's session, as well as all the contact information you see on your screen right now. And finally, we want to remind you that you can invite non-members to attend our webinars and try us out as a guest. So to register for our upcoming webinars, again, please visit our website at naferottawa.com. So thank you, everyone, and we hope to see you soon. Bye bye.